Mr. Vaidya, it's just been a couple of hours since the explosion took place, but what do you think would have actually gone wrong? Because now there are two angles that are being looked at, a terror angle that is being looked at because there is a car that has been seized which was on the premises, a possibility that this was a blast because of IED. The other is the fact that there was 350 kgs of ammonium nitrate in this police station and something could have triggered the blast.
See, I think the right thing would be to wait for the investigation and let the police come out with a version. But I don't know the facts on the ground. But what I can, as you said, there are only two possibilities. One is attack from the outside, triggering this kind of explosion. The other possibility is that if ammonium nitrate of 300 or 350 kg, whatever it is, but on its own ammonium nitrate, what I understand, cannot trigger unless something to trigger the explosion is done by somebody inside the police station. So that aspect needs to be taken by whoever is investigating, whether it is SSP Srinagar or his team. Let them come out with the details, because everybody would be keen to know what has actually happened. It was a huge explosion rocking whole of Srinagar's city, and I think in the all the neighborhood of Naugaon police station was shaken. Yes.
Sir, you have been Jammu Kashmir's DGP. Do you think we are seeing a rise of terror activities across Jammu Kashmir? Are you sensing any initial signs of the same?
See, the kind of encouragement Pakistan Army Chief, now the Chief of Defense Forces are.
We will try and reconnect with SP Vaidya, who's the former DGP Jammu and Kashmir. One of the crucial things that a lot of people at the moment are speaking about is the fact that Pakistan, in fact, has got a lot of backing from the United States of America. We have seen how both the nations have been cozying up, at least over the past 6 months. Those are the visuals and the images that everyone has seen. My colleague Sandeep Unnithan is also with me on the story. Sandeep, what SP Vaidya was actually speaking about, and that is something that the world has seen, and India especially is keeping a hawk's eye on the relationship between US and Pakistan. We have seen how both the countries, in fact, have come closer over the past few months.
Absolutely. And this is again a pattern that we've seen in the past, that every time a new dictator comes in Pakistan, he first stabilizes his grip on the country internally. He strengthens his position, he neutralizes the opposition, the judges, the civil society, and then he strikes deals with the external factors like China, the United States, and Saudi Arabia, which are Pakistan's biggest external supporters. And Field Marshal Asim Munir, who is the most powerful military figure in Pakistan's history. There has never been someone who's got the kind of sweeping powers that he has given himself under the 27th Amendment of the Pakistani constitution. You've seen what Munir has done over the last 6 months. He has first gone and cultivated Saudi Arabia, the United States, of course, China, the iron brother of Pakistan, the so called iron brother. And once he stabilizes foreign external partners, he's assured he's got their support primarily of the United States. He has then gone about consolidating his grip on power internally. And that is what the 27th Amendment is all about. It's strengthening his grip on Pakistan's internal dynamics, neutralizing the opposition, ensuring that the judiciary never stands up to him. And that is why the 26th Amendment, which came out a few months back, is important, because it completely neutralizes the Supreme Court as any opposition to his reign. And now, after having stabilized his external and internal dynamics, he has now gone about doing what Pakistani dictators do all the time, which is needling India. And we believe that this kind of the activity that we are seeing in India, primarily starting with the Pahalgam terror attack and now the terror cell that was uncovered in Delhi, is part of the plan. Because the Pakistan military knows no other language. It only knows the language of violence, especially when you have powerful, ambitious dictators like Musharraf in the past, Field Marshal Asim Munir now, for them, they need a constant conflict with India. They need to provoke a crisis to justify their existence and justify the powers that they've given themselves. So this is Field Marshal Asim Munir's playbook playing out. And as we've seen in the past with Musharraf, and even before that, General Ziaul Haq, all of these dictators invoke India as the existential threat to Pakistan and therefore justify their continuation, their legitimacy to crush any internal opposition. It's a very sad but a very tragic state of affairs that, in Pakistan's case, it just recurs every few decades, every now and then. And we, unfortunately, are living through that repetition of history. But what Munir doesn't realize is that, Aishwarya, the India of 2025 is not the India of 1999 or even 2008. And there will be consequences, as he will possibly find. He's found out that during Operation Sindoor, and who knows, possibly there could be more such operations to follow. Aishwarya.
Sandeep, you made a very important point about India and Pakistan sharing a border. Unfortunately, we cannot change our neighbors. Is Pakistan, Sandeep, in your opinion, trying to surround India?
Well, that is the stated policy of Pakistan. They've said it overtly. They've done it with a number of outreaches to Bangladesh. Now, Bangladesh is a country that used to be Pakistan once, before it broke away in 1971 after a Pakistan army genocide. Now, Pakistan has been trying to do all of that. They've been reaching out to Bangladesh. Their ISI has been very active and trying to kind of destabilize India's eastern flank. And this again is not new, Aishwarya. We've seen that again in the past, in the 1960s and the 1970s, where the Pakistan army used East Pakistan as a springboard to train insurgents, militants of the various northeastern insurgent groups in the Chittagong hill tracts. And that was one reason that India acted against East Pakistan and helped in the creation of Bangladesh. But in 2025, absolutely, this is Pakistan Army's playbook. They're trying to incite and foment terror, especially in India's northeast, by reaching out to Bangladesh, by, of course, collaborating with China as well. But what it doesn't realize is that, again, the situation in 2025 is very different. Pakistan is an economic basket case. It's a pale shadow of its former self. It's got internal insurgencies in Balochistan, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and most importantly, it has a raging insurgency along the border with Afghanistan, which is not a friend of Pakistan. As we've seen in the last couple of months, there have been a spate of terror attacks from Afghanistan, which, ironically seems to have seen through the perfidy of the Pakistan military controlling Pakistan. And they've seen that they're no friends of Afghanistan. And that is why you have tensions with between Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Right, Sandeep. Right. Thank you, Sandeep, giving us all those details.